Hello and welcome back on Couch, best place to your friends get game goodness each and every Monday. I'm not even going to interrupt or switch to Kieran's laughing. Joining the couch this week, Ashton Hobley.
Hey Dylan, excited to be here waiting another week. Find out when Hollow Knight's going to drop.
That's right. Also, yeah, Kieran mentioned.
Oh, I'm here. Sorry, the king was borrowing my microphone. There goes.
Right before I started, I think, I don't know if you were laughing at the fact that I just started the podcast then, or like I fucking switched, right? You were doing a bit before recording about the king, and I just fucking, just gone in. I do say, do you ever think it is funny though that the world, one of the most currently anticipated games, Hollow Knight, right? Silksong, not the one that's out. What Australian, like, is it putting a bad image on Australians, like where, Australians are the ones never taking forever to.
No, I don't think it's a bad. No, it's because it's the Aussies are so laid back. The damn Aussies.
It'll be done when it's done.
Yeah.
I guarantee they don't even know where that. No one. I'd love to do a quiz on the street, microphone thing, and to PAX East or something. Like, do you know where it's made? Yes, Australia. Great, love that. And where? Melbourne. I don't know.
Melbourne.
Yeah. Melbourne. No, it's Adelaide. Adelaide.
Adelaide.
Adelaide. Who? Good bit, everyone. Really enjoyed that from the three of us. Yep. That was top tier. This week on the show, got Nintendo Direct showcasing and a couple of news stories to talk about. None of us have played any of the big games this week. Sorry. So,
there were big games this week?
Well, the Battlefield beta, I feel like, is a big hot topic, obviously.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
none of us have played that yet. Mafia, the first country?
Old Country?
Yeah. Old Country, sorry. Old Country. That is the other big game of the race. Your face tells me, Kieran, you did not realize that was out this week.
Is that out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is out.
I thought that was like
next week? No, this week.
Like in
yesterday.
The end of August, not the.
She's out.
She's out. It's like a 77, I think.
Yeah.
It seems a little bit divisive. Some people really loved it. Some people did not like it. Like it ranges from like a 9 to a 4. So,
which I think was always going to happen because
just because of the lineage of the franchise and what it's aiming to be, like this shorter experience, more narrative heavy. If you're not into the narrative and the characters, then it's just not going to work. So, and not every narrative and not all characters are going to click with everybody. So,
got my review code on launch day, which was.
That's always a bad sign.
No, for this one, I'm going to say
we're small, so
very small review codes went out from what I could see. To the point that I saw Eurogamer put up an article that was like, "We didn't get review code."
Oh God!
So it seems to say they're very picky about who and what and whatever got that. But so won't be talking about that this week because. They dropped and I installed it and I haven't had a chance to play it. So.
Why do you reckon there's a limitation on review codes? Do you think there is it actually costs them money to put out codes?
No. It's about controlling the narrative is all it is.
But surely that would be like something that would technically be taxed on, right?
What do you mean?
Like they gave a unit of the game away, so they need to pay tax on. Well, that's got to be counted as some sort of cost against the company, right?
I have no idea. That's a good question. However, I mean, let's be realistic. Even if they gave away 100 copies, what's that mean? Nothing in the scheme of things. You know what I mean?
It doesn't. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't cost them anything to.
Yeah, technically, it doesn't cost them anything
to formulate a digital code.
Yeah.
That. Lets
then why not just give away all the?
It's why it's the same thing. Why fucking digital marketplaces like Xbox and PlayStation charging more than the physical releases is fucking insane.
The reviewers getting limited access is 100% just controlling the narrative. We know that sometimes places don't get review codes because they've shat on a particular franchise before.
Because they've burnt bridges.
They burnt bridges and all these sorts of things. Sometimes the companies want to prioritize, of course, the people who were all on Metacritic and stuff, which we're not. So they all get it first and what have you. So yeah, just all about that. So it is what it is. I choose to just not really ever question any of it because I'm like, it's just that's just how this.
I'm sure there's
system.
a rationale.
Yep, I'm not here to fight the system. Whatever, who cares? All right, let's go through. So firstly, Nintendo Indie. Nintendo Indie World Showcase. Here's everything that was announced. Eurogamer article. So quickly run through this. There wasn't a lot here to stand out, but we'll go through it. Of course, everyone thought Hollow Knight was going to be in this one. It wasn't, like the many others that people think Hollow Knight was going to be in.
Suckers.
Every showcase at this point, everyone's just hoping for Hollow Knight. And I sort of feel bad for the other games because it does mean that the showcases and the games here, at least in the live chat, is quite often just people complaining that it's not Hollow Knight. So,
do you reckon people would be more upset if they just announced it's a Hollow Knight Direct than if it's a surprise inside one of the directs that finally was revealed? It's like, this is the one.
I don't know. I feel like it's a mix. You've got the people who are generally just excited for that game and just want a release date and they wouldn't care. I feel like if they announced it, the people who want to capture and get their like over the top viral reaction video will be annoyed because they don't get to do that.
Be shocked,
yeah. So all those O-face videos on YouTube, like I can't believe it. Oh my god, yeah, you know, like they don't get to do those. So sucks for them. First game, Mina the Hollower, of course, Yacht Club developer of Shovel Knight. Announced that their new game is finally coming out on October 31st, and it has a demo out on Nintendo Switch already. Very keen for this. This will be one of the biggest indie games of the year. This will be in the this will be in all your top 5 indie game nominees and lists and stuff by the end of the year. There's probably I don't think that's. I mean, if I was a betting man, which I am, that would be where I'd be going. So, this one. So, obviously, very different to Shovel Knight, but I mean, there's a caliber of talent that is inescapable. Then we got Well Dweller, new game. It's a Metroidvania coming to Switch later this year at some point. You were nodding. Do you like this one, Ash? Is that
this looks like good shit. Just graphically, like gameplay wise. You know, it looks really impressive. Like probably the best thing in this little showcase.
Whoa. Not my opinion, but I can understand. I'll say this. All the games in this showcase were good. I don't really think there was any bad games in the showcase. They're all different genre, though. Well, not all, but a lot of them are quite different.
Yes.
And we got Neverway got a new trailer, which continues to look very good. I just wish it would have a release date. I've seen this game at this point in so many showcases. In Summer Game Fest time, it was in, I think, 3 different showcases across that week. All somehow with slightly different trailers. But nonetheless, this is the game where it's basically a farming sim. But before everyone goes, whoa, I'm out. But it's like there's like a mix with a horror game in it, I guess is the thing. Like there's a weird oddity to what's happening here. And I don't know if I can't remember what it is, like you're falling asleep or something like that and you're getting dragged to another dimension, basically fighting monsters there, and then during the day you're just like, you're having a good old farming time. Life simmy sort of stuff. It is of note also because the artist doing it is the artist for Celeste, or one of the artists for Celeste, I guess.
He's the pixel artist, yeah.
Pixel artist, yeah. Hurdley got a release date trailer. This is from the studio behind Far Lone Sales. As the title would suggest, the game is about herding. Oh my God, they don't mess around these days, do they? This looks cool though. It just looks like a big. It looks like a vibe, I guess, is how you're going across this world or country. I don't really know, but gathering all these creatures as you go, and you're just herding them up and then taking them on the time, having a good old fun. Is this seat taken? Then got a trailer. It's out now. It's on the Switch and PC and stuff like that. Puzzle game. People got reviews up. From what I can see, everyone's very positive about it. Says it's a very good puzzle game. Very cute, wholesome vibes as well. So you can play that. Then Little Kitty Big City got a trailer for its upcoming DLC. Still didn't get a release date. I've seen 2 trailers for this DLC at this point. Neither with a release date. So that's just whatever. Content warning is coming to Nintendo Switch. This is a very popular Twitch YouTuber game that's been on PC since I don't know, like the last year or whatever. But I don't really know how to pitch the game. I can't remember. Like you're recording horror movies, uploading them to a fake YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. I feel like this is a game Kieran would know more than anyone else. Content warning: the streamers streaming that, Kieran. Yeah,
of like a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now now it's coming to.
Even it's just one of those things. I think it was just after what was the Lethal Company? It is the same vibe as Lethal Company. It had its couple moments. We'll probably see Repo pop up in the next couple of months because that was kind of the one after this of the same kind of vein.
And then the very exciting for me, this is my favorite announcement from the show because I've talked about it before and how much I played the demo. But Bowl X Pit, however we want to say it, got a release date finally, coming out 15th of October. This is the one where it's a ball breaker game, but you can move the character around in like the full field, but otherwise like it's your typical sort of it's like you're fighting things. Yeah, there's a base building element between levels. All I'm gonna say is I played the demo for like 5 hours and had to play it until I beat all the bosses. There's like a roguelike element too where you can like upgrade after you beat levels and stuff like that. Ash, this game is 100% up your alley is all I'm gonna say. So
yeah, I tried the demo. And,
did you? I can't remember if you tried this.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty fun, So we'll wait and see.
Yeah, I'm very keen. It's that thing of like once you start playing it, I feel, and then you get really close to beating the boss, and then it's just got that like, oh, give me another go. Give me another go. Give me another go. Like, one more game. Ultimate Sheep Raccoon got a
reveal.
This is a side-scrolling. How the fuck do I?
So it's a serial. It's a
it's a multiplayer game.
It's a, I guess, sequel or spiritual successor to Ultimate Chicken Horse, which is the game where you like have to go through an obstacle course that, each player adds like an item to stop you from trying to get to the end,
or make it easier to get to the end.
To make it easier, this one, I guess you're racing a lot, like a full race. I guess you're going to be putting obstacles along the track. Is the gist of it?
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting to see. Like, obviously, it's going to take a little bit longer and that kind of stuff, and see how hectic it actually gets. But yeah, 8-person multiplayer, so it's going to be crazy.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah,
I don't even know that many people. Then we got a trailer for Glaciered, which is a title I hate. I think that's a dumb name, personally, but whatever. So this is it's like in the 60. Well, as a Eurogamer writes in this article, 65 million years have passed and the world is frozen over, sealing the oceans beneath a thick layer of glass. Underwater action game from Studio Snowblind, said to be inspired by our Reach ecosystems. I don't know, you're playing some fucking like weird dinosaur hybrid thing, and you're leveling up, and you have to fight sea creatures, and it looks wild. I mean, can't say I've seen anything like it. Points for that. I just don't like playing games underwater, usually, to be honest, is my thing. There's that like element.
Do you think there's a childhood trauma thing?
Yeah, I feel like it's a childhood
water was
trauma
always
thing.
the obstacle that you had to deal with.
You couldn't escape. You couldn't escape Tasmania either because of surrounded by water.
Water, yeah, maybe water in my life is a barrier to a lot of things.
Yeah.
If you want to, go to a place where actual normal people exist, you have to go across water or fly over it. Like,
fly over water,
I get it. But also, I remember in my childhood, like, The level in Banjo-Kazooie where you had to dive down into the water all the time.
Water,
that was the scariest
water
thing.
levels are usually shit or the scariest.
That also, the fear of drowning.
Tomb Raider. I think it was. I can't remember if it was.
I think it was 3. 3 had some really annoying water.
Yeah. I remember as a kid, and look, I shouldn't have been playing these games anyway. Thanks, Dad. But like I would play Tomb Raider up to I think both games, but I remember in 2 even. It's like you don't get particularly too far into the game. You beat like the first section, starts in Venice or whatever, I think. And it's like you suddenly end up in this area where you're in the ocean and there's sharks.
Venice is the second level of 2. Yeah. I think that's 3 you're thinking
3. Well, eventually you end up the sharks.
3 had a heavy thing about water because Lara Croft on the cover of 3
that's
was in the skinned side black.
Yeah. And I stopped playing the game at that point. I could not do the shark thing. It was too scary. They just come out of nowhere and start biting you. I'm out. No bueno. And Mario levels with the water? The worst. The worst, And then in a montage at the end, the big thing was they announced that UFO 50s come to Nintendo Switch. Why is that so funny?
That just,
sorry, I coughed.
That just almost killed Ashley. That announcement. Holy fuck.
He's really excited about UFO 50 on Nintendo Switch.
I mean, finally it's coming to like the mainstream,
Yeah.
Or was it on consoles already?
No, it was only on PC. So.
Only on PC, It's closer to coming to PlayStation.
Yeah, or Steam Deck. If you PC/Steam Deck, you know what I mean? Like, so it is a very handheld sort of game, but people had Steam Decks, so yeah.
So really, you're saying Switch is the preferred method to play it?
I think it being on Switch is a good audience for it. It's
a good audience for it. It'd be even better if the Switch had an OLED.
It'll get there.
Switch does.
Yeah, Switch 1 does. Yeah,
Switch 2. I mean, okay, all right, got me there.
Okay, you do get you.
Can't
fuck around here, Mr. Old Ash Technicality over here. That's what they call him. Back in the schoolyard, they could not escape Mr. Ash Technicality.
Yep.
He would be like, "Can I borrow the red pencil?" And he'd be like, "That is cyan."
This is a scarlet pencil.
This is scarlet. Oh dear. All right, reading from Press Start. Development on Xbox exclusive co-op game Contraband has stopped. First reported by GameFile. Avalanche Studios has confirmed that development on the Xbox exclusive co-op game Contraband has stopped. The game was announced at E3 2021 and hasn't been heard of since, and was in development by Avalanche Studios, Just Cause. It was at the studio that done Just Cause. It was a co-op game set in the 1970s and looked promising based on the premise. The statement posted by Avalanche says, quote, over the past several years, Avalanche Studios Group and Xbox Game Studios Publishing have collaborated on Contraband. Active development has now stopped while we evaluate the project's future. We're thankful for the excitement we've seen from the community since we announced, and we'll give an update on it as soon as we can. Did anyone remember this game existed?
No.
No. So when it was announced, was it more of a, man, I'm shocked that game was cancelled, or holy shit, Xbox had so many games that worked that they're cancelling things I can't even remember? It's option B. Yeah, I don't know. Does anyone have any other thoughts other than it's like, Xbox is at a stage where I feel like if we did the maths, they cancel more than they put out. I don't feel like that's good maths to be in.
I feel like when they do the shotgun method, not every bullet's gonna hit its target,
You would say that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That does seem like a you thing to say. It's like when we did the podcast.
It's not a good method. If I tell you what, no, it's not a good method. It's
we were really disappointed
wasteful.
You had to miss the episode.
I was disappointed. Yep. I too was disappointed that I was not here. I was like, fuck.
That was your episode, Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
Anyway, Contraband's cancelled. I don't know if that means like Avalanche Studios is a studio who were putting out games every couple of years, and now
reasonably frequently,
and now they're just doing nothing. So again, you have to wonder sometimes, like if we look here, let's look. All right, 2006, Just Cause, 2009, The Hunter, 3 years later. A year later, Just Cause 2. A year later, Renegade Ops. And then 4 years later, 2015, they've got, and some of these are co-developed, to be fair, but The Hunter Primal, Rumble City mobile game, Mad Max, and Just Cause 3. Then, 3 years later, 2018, Just Cause 4. 2019, a year later, Rage 2. And now, nothing for... What's the year? 2025?
6 years.
6 years. Yeah, 6 years. Which is the longest by a decent amount between...
Perfect time to cancel.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Why don't it just make it up Just Cause? People like those.
I'm sure that's probably what they're going to do next. Because they need to just get some money.
Get some money in the bank, you know?
Things could be Just Cause. Things can be perfectly dark. And still they'll get shut down, you know?
Are you proud of that?
No.
You happy?
No.
Just make another Mad Max.
That Mad Max game, I feel over the years has become more loved.
Yes.
Yes.
I feel like
I think more and more people have picked up the game post its actual year of release and been like, oh fuck, this game slapped.
The thing is, everyone complained at the time of the repetitiveness of the open world, like you go into bases and some, which I get. However, everything else in between was good shit.
And now we're used to going to all these bases and all this repetitive gameplay, so
yeah,
it should be good.
Yeah. Official Xbox handheld console ROG Ally gets a release date courtesy of reliable leaker at GeoGamer. Specifically, it's claimed that the Asus is targeting a 16th of October European release date for Xbox ROG Ally as beefier spec sibling, the ROG Ally X. That's according to Dialab's Bilibicon, who has a long history of accurate leaks. Both machines were officially unveiled in June. Blah, 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 blah. At the time, Asus would say the machine was launching this holiday across select countries, including UK and US. In other words, where details were limited. However, Bilibicon had recently claimed that Xbox ROG Ally will cost around €599. Fuck knows what that symbol is. While the Xbox ROG Ally X variant is reported to be $899. The Australian prices are on websites like explosionetwork.com. The Xbox ROG Ally and ROG Ally X was, as we learned previously, are both powered by Windows, 11-inch, etc., etc. Now, the thing I want to note with this is that I have seen, and I don't know if anyone else can wants to differ my thoughts on this. I have seen, because when they announced this, and I think maybe it's because for the last couple of years, as I was an early adopter of the Asus ROG, right? So, and then I've got a Steam Deck now. Kieran's got a Steam Deck. Like, we've been talking about these handheld PCs stuff for a few years at this point. It's a bit more of a normality around here. I have seen, however, a lot of excitement for this device. And I have had people, even someone I used to work with years ago, reach out and ask for information on this because they saw it pop up on their feed. And I think that Xbox tag is going to push this device
100%.
A lot higher than maybe we were giving it credit for. It has breached that normie gamer territory, as mean as that sounds.
You know what's important about it is...
Announces
when somebody new to the system looks at it, it is an Xbox.
It is an Xbox.
You know,
it's an Xbox. It's going to have the Xbox logo on the box.
It is an Xbox. Everything's an Xbox. Now, if you ask them what games can they play on their Xbox, not much.
Fuck knows. They don't care.
They don't care. It's an Xbox though.
Yeah. I would love to see the numbers though when this thing launches. To be honest, I do feel like currently, based on just general feelers out there, that it does. Like, I would be shocked if this thing doesn't do really well. Which I don't know how I feel about that. Like, is this doing well good for Xbox or for handheld PC market?
Handheld PC market.
Are people going to buy this and then a year from now want to switch to a Steam Deck?
No.
Or a better spec?
No, what it'll do, what it'll do is when the other companies announce a Steam Deck 2, I think it helps that.
Helps that?
I don't think it helps anything else now, but I think it helps future handheld gaming. Handheld
the
PCs.
only problem with that is, of course, you could buy this and
it's a big investment though, right? Like
it's running this off Xbox Game Pass library though. People will. That's the only thing Xbox has going.
But doesn't it have the ROG mode so you can still install Steam and shit on it?
You could, but I bet you there's a way, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's harder than
because I thought I read that you could still access the Windows OS.
You 100% would be able to.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they've made it harder than normal ROG devices, given the Xbox thing.
Nah, I doubt it. Xbox doesn't give a fuck.
This is going to boot straight into Xbox mode.
It will, but you'll be able to go out of the Xbox app and fucking and open up Steam and Windows whatever and else you want to do with it. Yeah. You'll be able to. I don't see them locking that down. They're not Sony. As long as I will say, as long as this device doesn't do what my Xbox app on my PC does, which is every time I restart my computer for some reason randomly reinstalls Redfall, and I can never. Like my Xbox app on this PC just randomly reinstalls Redfall. I will open it up at times and it'll be like, "Hey, Redfall's there if you want to play it." I'll be like, "Why are you here? Why are you still here? Go away! Uninstall! Get out of here!"
Trying to boost those Redfall numbers.
That is 100%. It happened to me today. Literally restarted my PC today, opened an Xbox app, and Redfall was there, just installed. Hey, what up? It's me, your vampire hunting failure of existence of a game. Please love me.
I'm so confused.
Maybe it's good now. We should boot it up.
No, they didn't do anything with that game. They gave up on that game.
That is fucking so random.
I know, but it fucking happens.
I don't even understand. Like, I'm trying to picture how that would like.
I don't know either.
What is coded in the background somehow to cause that?
I don't know. I can't find it. I've looked several times. I've looked for answers and I cannot find answers.
It's like there is like a if PC restart, then Xbox program reinstall trigger reinstall of
Redfall.
This Redfall
oldest game.
What?
Yep. Yeah, I tell you what. Yep.
That's wild. It's crazy. Yep. All right, my other question for this is, so targeting 16th of October release date, does I know I love just does Hollow Knight release before 16th of October, or is Hollow Knight
apparently it does, doesn't it?
A release date.
They said it's going to be there at launch.
They said it would be there at launch. They didn't say it would be before the launch. If you know what I'm saying. Like, is Hollow Knight just a launch date?
This is the same thing as when the PlayStation 5 came out and Ratchet and Clank was supposed to be out at launch. And that shit was like 6 months late. And then it turned into, it's launch window. And launch window is like...
has become the norm.
12
I'll
months.
Say this. So Hollow Knight is currently the it is the talk of the town, continues to be, right? It is going to be at Gamescom this month. They've said it will be playable at Xbox on the floor on both this device and other stuff. So it's playable there. We know it's going to be playable at the Games World thing at Acme in Melbourne as of next month as well. So it's playable this month in Germany. It's playable next month in Australia. Is it out this month, next month, or October?
October. I guess Jeff's going to announce it at Opening Night Live if it's going to be at Gamescom.
I swear to God, if it isn't getting the release date at Gamescom at this stage, I'm just don't know what the fuck is happening. Like,
hopefully the release date's at the end of the Acme demo.
That would be something.
Only if you beat it.
That is going to be like, because that does mean we'll be going to PAX, which, by the way, everyone knows.
Please don't tell anybody.
I think about 8 weeks away at this stage. Yeah, 8 weeks away.
Yep.
Wild. We'll be at PAX then before and the game won't even be out still. We'll still be waiting for fucking Hollow Knight Silksong to release. Good Lord. Never ending. Final news story. I find this one very funny. Eurogames headline says, after Concord and string of delays and cancellations, Sony admits PlayStation's live service strategy is not entirely going smoothly. They write, former PlayStation boss Jim Ryan infamously announced an ambitious live service focused future for the company in 2022, shifting many of its studios best known for their acclaimed single-player titles onto live service development in order to release a planned 12 games by 2026. If you're not keeping track of your calendar, that's next year. It also set up new live-focused studios, even acquiring Bungie for $3.6 billion. However, it didn't take long for rumblings of discontent at the company's surface following Ryan's decision to step down as PlayStation boss in 2023. Just days later, Bloomberg's Jason Schreier reported Sony was uncomfortable about Ryan's dramatic live service gambit. By the end of that year, one high-profile live service game, Naughty Dog's standalone multiplayer The Last of Us title, had already got the chop, and other projects soon followed. A live service Twisted Metal project was axed, alongside a live service Spider-Man game from Insomniac, and a multiplayer project from PlayStation Studios' London studio. And in the wake of Concord's dramatic flop last year, significant layoffs, studio closures, and more live service cancellations, reportedly including a God of War game from Bluepoint and something from Days Gone developer Bend followed. From reports of Sony's increasing frustration with Bungie's management, which seemingly peaked with Marathon's recent delay, and it's clear Ryan's vision of a live service future for PlayStation has been less than successful. All of which brings us to today and concerned questions from investors regarding PlayStation's live service plans as part of Financial's latest financial results Q&A. Speaking via interpreter, as detailed by TWIV, Sony's Chief Financial Officer and Corporate Executive Officer Lin Tao acknowledged the, quote, somewhat negative news, end quote, its live service strategy has so far generated, specifically referencing Concord and Marathon's recent delays, saying, quote, in terms of the transformation towards live service games, it is not entirely going smoothly, but from a longer term perspective, if you look at the changes over 5 years, you see that there's definitely been change, end quote. As to the significance of the time frame, Tao explained, quote, 5 years ago, live service games were almost non-existent for PlayStation Studios. We now have Helldivers 2, MLB, Gran Turismo 7, and Bungie's Destiny 2. So these 4 live services contributing to sales and profit to a stable manner. She continues saying, we recognize that there are still issues, many issues. So we should learn from lessons, from mistakes, and make sure we introduce live service content where there's less waste and it's more smooth.
Just jump in.
Kieran, what do you have to say on this latest comments from Sony about live service games?
Sorry. The fact that they're taking ownership and almost taking credit for Destiny 2 is fucking bananas. It's like
I mean, they paid for the credit, so
it's like there's been a horse race, right? And Sony's already owned like a couple fucking horses in that race. They didn't do well. Those horses probably off to the glue factory. Bad luck. But the horse that fucking won, Sony quickly like ran into the fucking owner's box, slipped them a fucking check, and then is now fucking celebrating on the fucking podium like, yeah, we did it, boys. And you're like,
but the thing is, if you were Sony and you had to cancel as many live action games, live service games as they have, wouldn't you take credit for Destiny 2? You know?
Would you spin anything as quickly as possible?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Blizzard's in the background owned by Microsoft and like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah. Ash, do you have any thoughts on?
No, I think we can all agree that Jim era Jim Ryan era was the worst era of PlayStation and set it
Jim
back.
Ryan era killed Platinum Explosion. I'll have you know. It's the truth. The hard truth, but the truth.
I don't know. I mean, that podcast sustained itself the entire Jim Ryan run. It wasn't until he left that it suddenly stopped coming out, you know? So.
I was going to say, at least with Jim Ryan, you had shit to talk about. Was it good shit? No.
It was often me just complaining about shit like this every week.
And that's what sustains a podcast.
Just be like this fucking live service shit every week, just fucking complaining about it. God damn, put out a video game.
Just single player. Just do it.
Just put out a game I can play and talk about. Good Lord. Yeah, look, that's a lot of spin in that Q&A is how I'd put it. The answers they smell like spin. They smell like absolute spin nonsense, which is fair enough. Got a job to do, right? However, we all know, and especially when you read the story back free like that, Jim Ryan why he would fuck PlayStation like this and something like this is beyond me. You know?
Classic.
Also, has a quote from someone become more part of a good repertoire since Randy Pitcher said that? I don't think so. No.
It just works so well. It just really fits
it works so well.
Know?
You can go a month without mentioning it, and the thing is, I can just whip it out my back pocket like then, and everyone still knows what I'm referencing. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't die. It doesn't. Time doesn't do it a disservice. You know.
No.
Which is good. I feel like that's.
I just wonder, like, how many live service games do they still have in the chamber that they think they might put out?
Well, the thing is, right?
Because
they reckon
mine count,
12.
there's like 9 games that were listed in this article.
Yeah.
So then we've also got Fair Game
$sign. Yeah.
Which may or not come out. What are the other 2? Is it the Horizon one? Is it?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And what else?
At this stage, they've nearly cancelled all 12 that they initially announced.
Outside of Helldivers.
Yep. And the thing with Helldivers is I don't think they set out to make a live service game.
No. They didn't set out to
make a game.
To be honest, I don't even feel like PlayStation was that involved with Helldivers until it was a success.
No, you could tell. They didn't market that at all. They didn't do fucking nothing to the game. And then suddenly when it was a success and everyone was talking about it, they started dropping ads and YouTube trailers and were like,
and then
this game's out.
And then they started to sabotage it, being like, hey, sorry, PC fans, you're going to have to start logging in with a Sony account. Sorry, PC fans. You have to use a Sony account, everyone. Haha. Because it's ours. Just so you know, it's ours.
With that releasing on Xbox now this month as well, I wouldn't be surprised if that's like, by the end of the year especially, there's no way that's not like one of Sony's highest earning games of the last like couple of years.
100%. But that's also because what else has Sony had to earn itself any money in the last couple of years?
Destiny 2, MLB, Gran Turismo 7. It was Gran Turismo 7. I don't know if I call that a live service game either, you know. So.
They don't, yeah, well. It's hard. I'd like to know what the.
Well, are they dropping cars all the time?
Yeah, they are dropping cars. Like
each New Year's cars, it's like, here's 2025 slate of cars.
I do feel like, in all honesty, I do feel like every month there's at least some new update to Gran Turismo. But my question is every month, if that's true, if every month there's new content, is that a live service game? Is live service like weekly? What's the minimum update necessary to be considered a live service game?
I don't know. Is there a battle pass?
No, there's no battle pass.
A driver pass?
You got to get your license.
Yeah.
You got to do your driving tests.
Do you need to re-up your license every 2 months?
Every 12 months, the game pops up with notifications like, you need to retake your test to keep your S-Class car license.
Guys. Gran Turismo had a highly successful movie about it.
I'll have you know, I've watched that movie twice. I don't hate it.
No, I think I've watched that entire movie from YouTube Shorts.
That's disgusting.
Here's an interesting question.
I would watch it. It's actually kind of fun.
Gran Turismo or F1? Which one's the best story?
Gran Turismo. Now, which is the better movies? Obviously F1, and F1 is like shot a lot better and it's like all these things. But I think which is the better story? Gran Turismo, because it's
realistic.
a true story. It's realistic because it's based on a true story. And B, it actually has like sort of a proper arc to its character. Whereas F1 is like Brad Pitt's like, I'm just going to act cool.
I'm just going to be me.
I'm just going to cheat over and over and over again.
Fuck F1 rules.
Yeah. I mean, even with the stuff they changed in the Gran Turismo movie, where they're like, the guy it's based on is actually like the 4th year, I think, or something like that. Like it was several years into it. Like the winner.
They just sped it up a little bit, yeah.
They sped up it. Oh, I'm okay with those changes, you know? For the cinematic story to play out the way it does. Before we wrap up, the only thing I've got to put in notes, but I had to mention, I finished the Drifter this week. It's the only thing I finished up this week.
Oh, nice.
We'll have a review up next week. I'll just sit there and write it. But finally finished that, loved it, thought it was excellent. Not too surprising because I loved what played at PAX a couple of years ago. But
Several
basically, it's a it's hard to like. Well, that's the thing, right? It's a point and click game. However, I played it entirely with console. I played it either on my Steam Deck.
Toggle and click.
Yeah, I played it on my Steam Deck.
But it's designed so well. Like I wouldn't be mad about playing it with the controller.
No,
like, it's so
to the point
done.
that it plays so much better with a controller that it's sort of weird to call it a point and click because you're not really point and clicking, but it's that genre, right? The story for people who missed out and haven't heard this before, but it's an Australian game set in Australia, set in Melbourne. You're playing as the drifter, a dude who's a drifter. He's coming home. He's on a train at the start of the game, and like when you go to open the door to his carriage, this other dude gets like shot to death, and he's like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?" And then he falls down this bit, and then he starts talking to people, and there's a reporter there investigating missing homeless people, and then all these dudes in like fucking like MI super soldier dudes or whatever turn up, and then they kidnap her, and then you wake up underwater, chained there, and you die. But then you wake back up. Every time you die, you just wake back up. You seemingly cannot die, or you rewind time basically every time you die. You like go back X amount of minutes or whatever. And from there, it is you're trying to figure out what's happened to you, figure out why it's happened to you, find out what's going on to the homeless population, I guess, basically, what's going on there. And then also you're trying to work out where this reporter went, and not too surprisingly, it all interconnects and works really well. I did not feel that any of the... I mean, in genre fashion, there were times where I was walking between rooms backwards and forwards, sometimes like trying different things, and like trying to, sometimes you just do that thing where you're like, I cannot figure out what to do, so I'm sort of just going to go to nearly everything I can and just try and use every object on it and like just hope it does something. That happened to me like once or twice, but I definitely don't feel like this is like that sort of turn you off numbing level of you're like, what am I doing? Have I got to combine the crayon with the like the thing that the toothbrush for some weird reason that makes no sense to me? Like most of the time once I figured it out, I was like, Dylan, you idiot, why the fuck wouldn't you have thought to have done that? Like sort of like I never felt like the solution was the game. It was more me just being an idiot. Yeah, I think it took me about 7 hours to beat. It wasn't like a nice length for the game. The story was really good, mainly because of the characters. Like it's a very like heightened story, obviously from the get-go, but it somehow manages to stay grounded with a bunch of very Aussie characters. It's fully voice acted for every character in it. They've all a lot of fun to hang around with. I had a great time with all of them, especially Mick, the main character you play as. He's just a dude who's had this traumatic life where his son passed away, and then he basically ran away because of that. Like that's what turned him into a adrift. He ran away from his wife. He ran away, like the death of his son caused him so much pain that he's been running from it ever since. And the only reason he's returning to the city at the start of the game is because his mum's just passed away, and he's so he ends up bumping into all these people, like his sister, his wife, and all these people he hasn't seen for aeons before then. So it's funny at times. It has some, like, again, Aussie humor, full, and not to a bad way at all. Like, it's all a lot of fun. Definitely one of my favorite games I played this year. The score would be, it's off the top of my head, I'm like, this shit's at least a 9 if we're chucking out random scores. Like, it's very good. Would highly recommend. And I nearly feel like the fact that it plays so much better with a controller than trying to play it with point and click is something you can, like, pass over. But I do feel like in a genre that's this old, like one of the earliest genres of video games, kind of, like the fact that Powerhoof, the development studio, has sort of managed to elevate the genre in a way that it now works so much better with a controller, deserves a lot of praise, I think, because it takes it to a level where, I played a little bit in front of my PC right here, and I still use my Xbox controller, and I played a lot of it on my Steam Deck, but the idea of playing of, like, the point and click way, I was like, why would I ever do that? That seems to play horribly. Like, yeah, no, really, really good. Would definitely recommend checking out The Drifter for sure. All right, that'll do it for this week's episode of Arcade Couch. Of course, let us know your comments, questions, concerns, or anything we've discussed about on this week's episode. At Explosion Pod, at Explosion Network on different socials over there. You can support us, explosionnetwork.com/support, takes you to our Ko-fi page. And, of course, check out explosionnetwork.com for all the news, articles, reviews, and things over there. Until next week, it'll just be Ash and Kieran next week. I'll be away. I'll be in Melbourne. You need to know that, Kieran. I'll be in Melbourne watching a bunch of movies. Until next week,